next thing you want to do is this. You want to pray and worship. Prayer and worship are the keys to set you free. If you are not in the Word, your faith level will not be built. So many Christians whine and complain when a problem comes in their life, but they never read the Bible. Has anybody ever had a GPS? It got you lost yesterday? Yeah. We won't say that out loud. It wasn't a TomTom. So here you are, you punch in a destination into your GPS, and you ignore it all the way. It tells you to go down to the end of the road and turn right, so you turn left. Jeremy. It wasn't the GPS that got him lost. So all of a sudden, it says go 10 miles, turn right. Ding. At exit 51. And you look at exit 51, you go, yeah, I don't like that exit. I like even numbers, not odd. So you keep going. Guess what's going to happen, baby? You're going to be lost. And what I love about GPS, it still goes, please turn around as quickly as you can. And God is saying, please turn around as quickly as you can. If you're not listening to the GPS, if you're not going to listen to the Word, then you're not going to have peace. If you don't have peace, then fear is going to grip you. Fear is going to own you. Why? Because in an unstable world, when you do not have a strong foundation, you have nothing to stand upon to be strong. That's good preaching right there. It's time to listen to the GPS. It's time to be a person who knows how to pray. It's time to be a person who knows how to worship. Remember with Peter and Silas in the jail, what did they do when they were in that situation? They didn't whine and complain. They praised and they worshiped. Praise and worship gets the devil out of your situation. Praise and worship get your eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and the finisher of your faith. Praise and worship changes your entire life. But as a Christian, if you don't praise and you don't worship, if you don't listen to the GPS, you can't be all ticked off when you seem to be lost. So God is saying, if you don't want to be in fear, then man, when that concern comes on your life, deal with it the way God has called you to deal with it. And you don't have to be overwhelmed. Do you think I haven't been in concern at times? This summer has been a very unique summer for His Tabernacle Family Church. You don't mind me being forthright, do you? You want me to lie instead? Okay. I'll just be forthright. This summer was a very difficult summer financially for His Tab, as it was for churches all across America. And the week school vacation began, church tithes and offerings dropped literally $1,000 a week. There is no way to fix that. And all of a sudden you're looking back and we're looking at, for the first time, we actually had to choose which bills to pay and which not. Because my wife, she writes the bills out, and when a bill comes in, even if it's not due for 6 weeks, she's paying it. Now, there came a place this summer we couldn't do that. Knowing that the bills coming in the winter are $4,000 a month just for heat. I said to myself, I'm concerned. I sat back and I said, you know what? I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, Jesus. I'm not sure what we're going to do here, Lord. And I'm going to be honest with you. For about a day, I got in fear. And I said it right out loud to a few people, which they should have slapped me. If we continue on this path, this same path, we'll never make it through the winter and there will not be a church in the spring. Well, I made that statement because that is the fact. But the truth is that God has never failed us once. And that, man, God is going to make up every scene and every situation. He's always done it. Why would I even doubt it? Listen, we've been in existence 11 years. We've watched God do supernatural things, one thing after another. Man, and I want you to know that not once have we not paid a bill. And we're still in that zone, just a little really tight. And I allowed fear to grip me. And you know something? Fear is a tormentor. I don't care what anybody says. You lay your head down at night and you're thinking about it. My God, are we going to do, what's going to happen? What's going on? God, where are you? God, where are you? Anybody ever said that before? Where are you, Jesus? You know I'm a tither. You know I'm a giver. You know, God. Where are you? And God is saying, I haven't gone anywhere. But I'm not motivated by fear. I'm motivated by faith. I'm not motivated by your need. I'm motivated by your faith and trust that what my word says, I will do. So after that day, I changed my confession. Why is that? Because if you're going to moan and complain and whine, come on now, stay with me. I know I'm a little long this morning. Really, I'm not. If I'm going to whine, moan, and complain, then what am I accomplishing? Come on now. If you're worrying, what are you doing? You're giving yourself an ulcer. If you sit there in the situation you're dealing with, which is real, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying it's not scary. I'm not saying that it's not viable. But if you're staring at it and you're allowing it to control you instead of you control it, it's a horrible taskmaster. Fear is a tormentor. And God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of love and power and a sound mind. Turn to someone and say, I got a sound mind. That means you think right. How do you think right? You think the word. Because the word is truth. And the truth will make you free. But when you allow your situation and your circumstance, when you allow the trial in your life to be bigger than your God, then you have no hope. I'd rather die a believer any day than die a doubter. I said I'd rather die a believer any day than die a doubter. So the first thing you do is you get into the Word. You refuse to allow your situation to own you. You own it by the Bible. Number 2, you learn how to pray and pray without ceasing. Number 3, you get good godly counsel. You would be blown away how many Christians go to ungodly people and ask their opinion about their situations. The Bible says in the book of Psalms chapter 1, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seats of the scornful. The Bible says you're blessed if you don't get the ungodly opinion. Well, why is that? Because ungodly people only give you ungodly advice. You can go to really nice people. I'm talking really nice people. That's why, personally, I don't send anybody to a counselor who's not a Christian counselor. Well, why is that? Well, because an ungodly counselor, I'm not saying they're bad people, but an ungodly counselor can only give you ungodly counsel. A man and a woman of God who's a counselor, they can give you godly wisdom and godly counsel. I can't tell you how many people I've seen as Christians, a situation comes in their life, and what they do immediately is they go to somebody who does not know Jesus, and they ask their opinion. Why are you doing that? Turn to someone and say, why would you do that? Come on, tell someone, why would you do that? When you go to ungodly people for ungodly counsel, you get ungodly counsel. And the Bible declares, don't go to the ungodly for counsel. Go to the Christian for counsel. Listen, now there is also reality. You can't go to every Christian for counsel either. A bunch of untaught, unscriptural people who might be sliding their way into heaven, but don't know God. You go to people with faith. You go to somebody who's going to agree with you in prayer. You go to somebody who's going to go to battle with you, not whine with you. You go to somebody who's going to slap you when you need to be slapped.